let me tell you a story. Not about heroes or villains, not about something far away or imaginary. This is a story about real people, the kind of people you see every day, the kind of people you might recognize in yourself. Imagine a group of people growing up at roughly the same time, same generation, same world. From the outside it looks fair. Everyone starts on the same day, under the same sky. But very quickly it becomes clear that not everyone grows the same way. Some people seem to move faster. They understand things quickly. They speak with confidence. They're noticed. Others take longer. They hesitate. They make mistakes. They stay quiet. Not because they have nothing to say, but because they're still figuring things out. And here's the first real question. When we see someone growing faster than us, what story do we tell ourselves about who we are? At first, those differences don't seem important. But as time passes, they start to matter more. Grades, recognition, attention, opportunities, and that's when comparison quietly enters the room. Why does this seem easy for them? Why does it feel so hard for me? Am I behind? Did I miss something? Those questions don't make you weak. They make you human. The problem begins when we let those questions turn into labels. Some people turn their strengths into ego. They begin to believe their value comes from being ahead of others. Winning becomes more important than understanding. Others turn their struggles into shame. They begin to believe their mistakes define them, so they stop trying. And both paths slowly pull people away from who they could become. In this group, there was one person everyone admired. They were sharp, confident, always ready with the right answer. People listened when they spoke. They followed when they led. But there was something beneath the surface. This person never learned how to listen, never questioned themselves, never believed they might be wrong. Success protected them until it didn't, because failure always arrives eventually, not to punish us but to reveal us. And when failure finally showed up, this person didn't know how to stand inside it. They blamed others. They refused to reflect. They broke connections they didn't know they needed. That moment shook the group. Some people felt disappointed. Others felt relieved. A few felt afraid. And many learned a lesson they hadn't expected. Talent without awareness doesn't support a person for long. After that moment, the group split in quiet ways. Some people said, I don't want to become that. Others said, when it's my turn, I'll do the same. And this is where an important truth lives. Pain doesn't shape us automatically. Our response to pain does. There was someone older watching all of this unfold. Someone who didn't rush to speak. Someone who understood that timing matters. When they finally spoke, they didn't lecture. They didn't criticize. They said something simple. People don't grow at the same speed because life wasn't designed to create copies. Differences aren't a flaw. They're the curriculum. The mistake begins when someone uses their advantage to dominate or their difficulty as permission to harm. They reminded the group of something easy to forget. We don't choose where we start. We don't choose our first environment, our body, our early support. But we do choose how we respond, how we treat others, how we handle frustration, envy, and fear. That's what freedom really means. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's understanding that every choice carries weight. Over time, something shifted. The group didn't become perfect. There were still mistakes, still arguments, still moments of selfishness. But awareness grew. People began to notice the impact of small actions, a comment, a gesture, a moment of listening. They started to understand that respect doesn't make you smaller, that empathy isn't weakness, that patience is a form of strength. They learned that growing isn't about taking up all the space in the room. It's about creating space for others to grow too. And here's why this story matters. Because all of us are part of some group, a classroom, a family, a community, a generation. All of us are growing at different speeds. All of us are carrying strengths we didn't earn and struggles we didn't choose. And every day, whether we notice it or not, we're making decisions about who we're becoming. We're deciding whether our advantages will make us arrogant or responsible, whether our struggles will make us bitter or compassionate. Time will pass either way. The real question, the one worth carrying with you, is this. When people look back at how you moved through this world, will they remember someone who needed to be ahead, or someone who helped others move forward too? Because growing older is automatic, growing wiser is a choice, and that choice is available to us every single day.